Hey, what is up everybody? In today's video, I'll be showing you how I use support and resistance. In this video, I'll mainly be showing crypto, but this can also work for other assets like stocks, bonds, whatever. Alright, so first, let's get into it. What is exactly support and resistance? Support is like a floor for price. It's a level where the crypto tends to stop falling and bounce back up. This happens because buyers see it as a good deal and start piling in, creating demand that pushes the price higher. And resistance, on the other hand, is like a ceiling. It's where the price struggles to go higher. Sellers jump in here thinking it's overvalued, which increases supply and drives the price down. And yeah, these levels aren't magic. They're based on psychology and past price action. Traders remember where big buys or sells happened before, so history repeats itself. In crypto, with its 24/7 volatility, these levels can form quickly from news events, whale trades, or even round numbers like 50K for Bitcoin. Support and resistance aren't always exact prices, they're zones. Think of them as areas, not pinpoint lines. Look for swing highs and lows, and a swing high is a peak where the price reversed down, and a swing low is a value where it bounced up. Connect at least two highs for resistance or two lows for support, and the more that it touches, the stronger the level. You can also pay attention to round numbers and psychological levels. Cryptos love multiples of 100 or 1,000, 60,000 for Bitcoin, maybe like something for XRP, a certain dollar for Solana, Ethereum, whatever. I'll show all of it in this video. All right, so let's get into it. First, how do we identify support and resistance lines? Just going to delete all of this real quick. All right, so let's scale out. The first thing that I want to tell you guys is to always remember time frames. 1 hour is for more short term, while daily and 4 hour is for long term. And you can even use the weekly if you're trying to time like a good entry. All right, so first let's scale down to the 1 hour and take a look at what we find. All right, so first things first is I want to show you guys the clear level of support that I marked out. As you can see, price tapped it, saw a bounce, tapped, saw a bounce, tapped, saw a bounce, tapped, saw a bounce, tapped, and now we're kind of just floating around the zone. And also right here we have some resistance. This is a really strong resistance point. As you can see here, bounce, go down, bounce, go down, bounce, go down, down, and eventually come back up and head right back down. So this is a really strong resistance level right here. Originally I put it as this like triple top right here, but since this new high formed right here, you could probably put it at about something like this. So yeah, this seems to be pretty good. And yeah, you can just use it to identify which levels price are bouncing off of. You could probably go down into the 15-minute and find something, but that's not really how I trade. So yeah, this is just some good support and resistance. I'll show it on Ethereum too. Oh, Ethereum looks perfect. Look at this. Okay, so as you can see here, we have a huge level of support. As you can see, bounce, 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 bounce. So this is a really strong floor, and it looks like we're about to hit it right now too, which is something to look at. And then in terms of a resistance, we have this right here, which is kind of like a resistance. As you can see, it bounced, went down, bounce, went down. But yeah, Ethereum's been falling really sharply, so it's hard to find something like that. Take a look at XRP and Solana too. XRP, you could probably mark something like this out, as that's a level where price bounced, then it made a huge rally from here. So that's definitely something to keep a look at. In terms of Solana on the 1 hour, maybe something like this, you could say, or it's just like a really strong like bounce, bounce, down, down, down. Yes, probably something like this would be resistance. In terms of support, Nothing really. And also in terms of like number wise, for Bitcoin's the most obvious. Pretty much every $1,000 level is a point. As you can see, price just tapped up at 7,000, then sold right off. As you can see, maybe sellers thought that it was overbought at 7,000. They sold it right down. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, this is a clearest example. Bitcoin's basically bottom. It barely wicked under. Um, I think it was 60,000 and just hit that floor. So that means that buyers are really willing to step in at 60,000, which is a good sign. That's some psychological numbers. Um, you would expect Ethereum to be have resistance at 2,000, but it's kind of just been like floating in between that level, and its real bottom was at around 1,700. So that's just something to note. And now we can take a look at the daily time frame, where there's some clear levels of support and resistance. I'll show past ones. As you can see here, bounce, 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 bounce. I'll just delete all of these. As you can see here, here's a good one. Bounce, 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 bounce. And then what happened, we broke through it, and then I tested it again, saw it as resistance, then we went right back down. This is one of my favorite levels for Ethereum. As you can see, bounce here, huge rally up, bounce here, huge rally up. So this like support zone seems to be really strong for Ethereum. We haven't quite hit it yet, but something to look at. On Bitcoin, we had some, but Bitcoin's just taken a beat, so it hasn't really followed that. As you can see here, those kind of like resistance. As you can see, bounce, 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 and every time it hit it, it went right back down. Same thing up here, kind of. As you can see, bounce, it went down, bounce went down, bounce went down. So that's a really strong zone. So yeah, just identifying things. Same can be used for weekly, but this is just mainly for like long-term horizons. And now we can talk about how we can take a trade using all these support and resistance. All right, so there's three types of trades I like to take. The first one is a bounce trade, where you buy at support in an uptrend, wait for the price to touch support, show a bullish candle, maybe a big move up or something like a hammer, and you set your stop loss just below support to protect against breakdowns, and you target the next resistance for profits. All right, so let's take a look at what this would look like. As you can see on Bitcoin, let's see. So basically, we come down into this level of support. As you can see, take a bounce, 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 bounce. And then what will we do? We would maybe take a long after probably this big candle up, set our stop loss to below here. And although you could target here, I like to target a 1-to-1. So, maybe something like a 1-to-1, which eventually would have gotten hit. This is a classic example of a bounce trade. You see it hit a level of support, bounce right back up. Great example. And now the second type is if price smashes through resistance with strong volume. That's a buy signal for a potential rally. And conversely, a breakdown below support could be a short opportunity. Always wait for confirmation, like a close above resistance to avoid fake outs. Let's take a look at how a short trade could have played out. All right, so as you can see here, it's a bounce, bounce, bounce. So very strong resistance right here. We see it happen. Oh, what's that? Big move down. You maybe could have taken out of this or out of this. Let's just say we took it out of this, put our stops above here, and targeted the next level of support, which is all the way down here. That is a 1 to 3.6 risk reward. I would have gotten hit. You can use this for both trades, shorting and buying. And the last type is range trading, When crypto is stuck between support and resistance, like in a sideways market, you can buy low at support and sell high at resistance. This works great for stable coins or um, volume alts. So right now, this could be applied because crypto seems to be trading in this sort of range. It hasn't given any good ones, but you can take support bounces up to resistance and then right back down, so you can kind of trade in this range. And just some common mistakes to avoid is ignoring the bigger trend. Support works in a bull market, but in bears it breaks. Overdrawing lines, just stick to major levels. Emotional trading, if support breaks, cut losses. It usually probably won't bounce after that. And forgetting time frames, daily charts are for swings, and 1 hour charts are for day trades. All right, guys. So this is basically it. Just reviewing my support and resistance strategy. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. And yeah, let me know if you guys are going to implement support and resistance. Thanks.